This is Social Media Week, Lagos 2013. And we're speaking to you live from this present house in the heart of Lagos, which is in West Africa. We don't know where you are in the world, but we're happy you're with us, and we hope you're having a good time as we are over here. Now, Mrs. Osimhen, thank you for joining us. The increase in violence in the society, we hear about these things, people attacking each other, things going on that that really shouldn't be. What are your views on this, and how does it relate to church?
My take on this is that I think we need to do more church outside the walls of the church as it is.
So, we're off to a great start. Great news. This is just the first segment, okay? Please sit back, enjoy. You're not going to expect this kind of music from this part of the world, but I trust that you're going to have a fantastic time. Give it up for Threadstone! I'd like to ask Dr. Rapu if you could just tell us in about 1 minute just a general idea behind the House of Freedom.
I think we need to go back to the biblical model. I would ask people, did Jesus really go to church?
I mean, we have some very interesting questions coming around from all over the world on Twitter, on Facebook. We are online and we are accessible. We have started receiving some messages already, and we're going to treat them in a minute or two. Just before that, let me invite the kids from Bethesda. Come up and say hello. Take a bow. There you go. All right, go back and sit down. Well done, children. Well done. Now we have a very interesting question that came in on Twitter. And the question simply says, I think Fatima's story is a great one, but how did you discover her?
Fatima's story is truly an interesting one, and is one of many interesting stories that we have at God Bless Nigeria.
What we have now is another musical interlude. And who we have now is none other than our dearly loved and multi-talented friend, member. She goes by the name Modele. When we come back in a moment.
What's going on? What's going on? What's really going on? What we can no more ignore. What we can no more ignore. We'll know what's going on.
Well, everyone, I hope you're having as good a time as we are, because we seem to be having lots of fun here. I've been joined by some new friends to my left. Thank you, Modele, for that song. What's going on? How has social media worked for you?
Social media is one vital tool, vital instrument that I have used to project my brand.
Thank you, AY. My next question is for Lami. What is Christian music to you?
I really do not like the tag gospel music. I think being a Christian is about identifying yourself in Christ. So that's what I think.
Thank you, Lami. That's a wonderful answer. I like that. I'm going to pose the exact same question to Sheon, who's on the far end. What are your views on the church and music, just following what Lami has said?
It's about, at the end of the day, the life and the light that you portray, and I think that's it.
Well done, Sheon. Thank you. Pastor, this has been quiet so far, but you're the pastor of the teenagers. You hang with all the 13 to 19-year-olds in the church. How can you describe them in relation to social media? I mean, how do you even cope with the teenagers?
As far as I'm concerned, that's the world they live in. Everything that they do, they draw from media.
Wow, it's unbelievable, but 2 hours have come and gone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us all over the world. It was an absolute pleasure having you guys. We hope you've learned something about Nigeria. We hope you've learned something about our church. And would now like to hand you over to our music guys, who are going to take you in a bit of a medley. Thank you for joining us. God bless you all.